Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, two-party problem, President Trump talks immigration with Democratic leaders.
And later, we give you an update on Dubuque Street's construction.
The Iowa field hockey team is headed to Penn State to take on the #2 team in the country.
And we caught up with Coach Lisa Salucci and some key players who talked a little bit about their game plan headed into the tough matchup.
Will summer weather stick around for the weekend? Find out more later in weather.
All that and more coming your way.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Iowan TV starts now.
Good morning, Iowa City, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Christopher Cervantes.
And I'm Sydney Zatz.
Last night, President Trump met with Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer and House Representative Nancy Pelosi to negotiate DACA and other immigration policies. According to a report from CNN around 10 p.m. last night, Schumer and Pelosi stated that the border wall between the U.S. and Mexico will not go into effect. According to both Democratic leaders, the meeting turned out productive for both parties. But early this morning, President Trump said in a tweet that he did not reach an agreement with the Democrats. The tweet reads, quote, "No deal was made last night on DACA. Massive border security would have to be agreed to in exchange for consent, would be subject to vote," end quote.
And then minutes later, Trump tweeted yet again, quote, "The wall, which is already under construction in the form of new renovations of old and existing fences and walls, will continue to be built," end quote. Dubuque Street has been halfway closed for construction since 2016. Starting late last Wednesday, drivers were able to use the newly paved southbound lanes instead of the previous single lane. Daily Iowan TV reporter Tiang Liu reports with more.
The City Council announced a new change of the Dubuque Gateway project last Monday. The elevated southbound lanes would be used to replace the northbound lanes by Mayflower Residence Hall, and the northbound lanes would be closed for the next stage of construction. Canbus temporarily relocated the bus stop 1000 Mayflower Hall to the parking lot north of Mayflower, but it causes the bus to take longer to arrive.
Some students come during classes and stuff, and then to have the bus come all the way around and then have to turn back around to come over here and do the same thing again just to get to several classes. It just takes a bit longer.
According to Melissa Crow, Special Project Administrator at the City of Iowa City, to change the lanes is required to maintain the traffic on Dubuque Street during construction. Since the southbound lanes to Park Road is still under construction, people who drive on the elevated lanes still need to go down through the temporary track back to the northbound lanes to continue to Park Road.
Mid to late November, we'll have traffic on the elevated lanes all the way down to Park Road. And at that time, pedestrians will be on the new 10-foot path on the west side as well.
Once it has been done, it would be much more easier for the upcoming winter. For now, the City Council plans to elevate Dubuque Street all the way up to the first floor of Mayflower Residence Hall. These stairs will also be removed in the future. If everything goes smoothly, we can expect to see how the new Dubuque Street would be like next fall. Reporting from Dubuque Street, Tian Liu, Daily Iowa TV.
Yesterday afternoon, University of Iowa students and faculty gathered to talk sustainability. After launching a new dual master's program, the College of Education teamed up with the Urban and Regional Planning School to give a presentation on how the two fields could be combined. The event coordinators say the new degree is called Careers in Campus Sustainability and aims at students who want to pursue sustainability and would like to work with the general public as well.
Iowa City has officially began construction behind Big Grove Brewery on Gilbert Street. To find out what Iowa City is building in the old water treatment plant location, we sent Daily Iowan TV reporter Lauren Varell to take a look.
The City of Iowa City is currently creating a recreational park at the site of the original wastewater treatment plant. Iowa City made the decision to tear down the original treatment plant and expand upon the South treatment plant 30 years ago. With the flood of 2008, the city decided to tear down the original treatment plant in 2014 and begin construction this fall. The park is going to consist of a playground, multiple trails, 5 acres of wetland, and a stream restoration. The city is currently in phase 1 of the project.
The park should mostly be done this fall. There'll be permanent seating installed next spring. And phase 2 of the project will involve a playground, which will go in next spring. And phase 3 is still up in the air, but that will include restrooms and park shelter.
Iowa City officials and park director made the decision to construct a park in the downtown and riverfront crossings location.
Phase 1 of this renovation is currently taking place, and Phase 3 will likely be completed by next fall. Reporting from the new park behind Big Grove, I'm Lauren Varell, Daily Iowan TV.
The U.S. News and World Report announced its rankings of colleges and universities across the country, and the University of Iowa climbed a few spots. Last year, Iowa was ranked 82nd nationally and 33 out of public universities. This year, Iowa is listed at 78th in the nation and 31st for public universities. Last month, UI President Bruce Harreld reminded members of the university that they dropped a total of 18 spots over the past 10 years, stating that the rankings are a key part of the school's image. Categories used by the U.S. News Report include faculty salaries, scholarships, availability, and campus safety. You know, Sydney, we rose a couple rankings, but it also seems like the temperature's starting to rise the farther we get into this week.
That's right, Chris. Last week was a little bit chillier. We only have officially one more week of summer left. But with Iowa weather, you never know what to expect. But maybe Jin-Yuk Kim can tell us more in the weather studio. Jin-Yuk, take it away.
That's right, guys. Sunny weather will continue until Saturday. And this afternoon, we are looking at sunny skies at highest of 89 degrees. It will still be warm at night as the temperature will reach 73 degrees. Tomorrow morning, we are looking at partly cloudy skies with 64 degrees. Now, let's take a look at our 5-day extended forecast. Friday will be hot as the temperature will rise at 92 degrees. This sunny weather will remain on Hawks' second home game day with high of 91 degrees. On Sunday, we are looking at mostly cloudy skies in the morning with scattered thunderstorms developing later in the day with a 60% chance of rain. After weekend ends, we are looking at partly cloudy skies with high of 78 degrees and low of 61 degrees with 10% chance of shower. And on Tuesday, we are looking at thunderstorms in the morning and they will give way to cloudy skies later. On this day, 80% chance of rain is expected. After this Saturday, several rainy days are expected, so be sure to grab an umbrella on these days. That's all I got in the weather studio. Chris and Sydney, back to
Iowa City's Walk to End Alzheimer's is now scheduled to take place this Sunday at Lower City Park on Park Road. The event is being held by the Alzheimer's Association in order to raise money and awareness towards disease. The event website shows nearly $60,000 has been raised for the association out of the $98,000 goal. Those attending can choose to walk either 1 or 2 miles, and registration for the event starts at 12:30 that day with the full walk beginning at 2:30. Residents can still sign up for the walk at act.alz.org. So, Sydney, you know, this is good news for the Alzheimer's Walk, but I heard that Hawkeye Field Hockey had some bad news.
That's right, Chris, but we do have a big football game coming up this weekend, and there are plenty of other Hawkeye sports. Olivia and Taylor, why don't you tell us more in the sports studio?
Well, Liv, the Iowa field hockey team took on New Hampshire this weekend in a home doubleheader.
The Hawkeyes dropped the first game on Friday to the Wildcats 2-3. Yesterday, head coach Lisa Salucci said that loss was frustrating.
Yeah, she didn't sound too pleased with how the Hawks played as a team, which I think will see them improve during their trip to Penn State this weekend.
Penn State, we have to play great team defense and not just sit on our heels and defend the entire game. We need to go on the attack as well. But to defend against Penn State, they're the #2 team in the country. They have great speed in all 3 lines. We have to make sure we're staying in the play and we're really layering on our team defense. And I think if we can do that and wear them down, you know, we're in the game.
If we can play like a team we did the last game, I think that we can take them down. We have to just be confident, keep possession like we've been working on, and it should be a really good game.
I think we just need to play as a team. We kind of get very individual. I think that's what happened on Friday. And we just need to prove that we're a better team than they are. We've got better basics, we've got better individual skill, we've got better connections between each other. And I think if we play like we did on Sunday, we're really going to give them a battle, which is what we want.
The Hawks will take on the Nittany Lions this Friday at 5 o'clock.
Iowa volleyball is only 10 games into their season, and one freshman has emerged as a standout on the court. Natalie Acapeti has more from Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Freshman Gabrielle Orr from Egan High School in Minnesota was a standout, tallying 300 kills and being named MVP and AAU All-American. Now she is looking to continue that mentality here as a Hawkeye.
She got here early in her career. She graduated high school a semester early. She'd been here all spring, all summer, and we know that she's going to be ready to go this fall.
Coming in earlier than most freshmen has given Bree an extra preparation to face the different type of competition that lies ahead.
It's a lot faster and a lot bigger, and everything's just harder, bigger, faster. It's just good transition though. It's not too bad, but I like it a lot.
Despite being in the midst of a transition, when Bree is on the court, she plays like anything but a freshman.
Bree Orr is a fantastic young setter for us, and she's our court leader. As the setter, she's the quarterback out there on the court. She has to distribute the ball and make great split-second decisions with the ball and be really accurate with what she's doing with her location. So she's definitely on a great learning curve right now. She's going to be tested by the very best teams in the country.
In order to be able to compete against the second toughest schedule in college volleyball, Orr is going to need to find her role on the court.
I want to get connected more with playing the game with the team. We're good. We have a good personal connection with all of us, but I want to get a good game connection and have it be really steady.
The Hawkeyes will be traveling to Washington, D.C. this weekend to play in the American Volleyball Classic. Reporting outside Carver Hawkeye Arena, I'm Natalie Acapeti with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Following their tournament this weekend, Iowa will finally open up Big Ten play at Rutgers next week.
The University of Iowa kicked off their intramural tournament series with sand volleyball. Jacob Senstad has more.
Well, summer is ending, the days are getting a little bit shorter, and the weather is chilling out a little bit, but that is not stopping the Iowa students behind me from hanging out and having a good time playing some sand volleyball. The intramural tournament will span a couple weeks, and the winning team will get their t-shirts.
Because of how early this intramural is in the school year, it's a great opportunity for freshmen and new students to meet up and make some friends.
We just met each other today, all these people, so we're actually neighbors in our dorm hall.
That's the only person I know.
Yeah, we're all from the same dorm though. Girls are from floor 2, we're from floor 9. Basically, they just asked if we wanted to play, and so we said yeah.
This intramural isn't the most serious, so students can come down and just have a fun time for a couple hours playing volleyball.
I've noticed a lot of teams have a lot of fun, so it's never really super competitive, but it's just they're out here to have fun, and they at least have a team to play. So
one reason why this event can get such a great turnout is because not only does it cater to volleyball players, but also average Joes who just want to come down.
I played once in 8th grade, but that was it.
I never played, but I love volleyball. I love sand volleyball, playing sand volleyball in the summer.
While I may not be a volleyball player, the people behind me make it look like so much fun, I might have to try out for a team next year. Reporting from the Hawkeye Recreational Field, this is Jacob Senstead, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
You know, Taylor, I had no idea we had sand volleyball as an intramural.
I know, I didn't either. It looks pretty interesting to me. I guess I'll have to check it out.
Definitely have to get into it. Iowa will continue to host intramurals all semester. Stay with Daily Iowan for coverage of these events.
That'll wrap up our sports show for this morning, but be sure to tune in tomorrow for Daily Iowan TV Sports pregame show with Mary Kate Harrian and Zach Mackey.
Mary Kate and Zach will tell you everything you need to know headed into the football game this weekend against North Texas. Chris and Sydney, back to you.
Well, that concludes our Thursday morning broadcast. Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest news between Monday and Friday.
And while you're walking around town today, don't forget to pick up your copy of the newspaper on stands now. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Christopher Cervantes.
And I'm Sydney Zatz. Have a great rest of your day, Iowa City, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Breaking down barriers long before we knew they existed. Dottie Ray, a revolutionary trailblazer, an Iowa City radio personality for over 50 years. Foundation builder for journalists. Please join us in sharing Dottie Ray's story on the big screen. After the showing, a panel discussion about Dottie's life will follow. It's all part of Habitat for Humanity's She Built the Future. For more information, please contact Habitat for Humanity.